Hi, this is Gary and I'm going to teach you how you can track your calories and also track how much macronutrients you should be consuming to help you get into better shape. Now there are three main groups of macronutrients. They are carbohydrates, protein and fats. So macronutrients provides our body with energy, and each of these macronutrients use different amount of energy. So carbohydrate gives us 4 calories per gram, protein gives us 4 calories per gram, and fats gives us 9 calories per gram. So today we are going to be figuring out how much of each of these macronutrients that we are going to be consuming based off our daily calorie intake and activity level. So first off, let's calculate what's our basal metabolic rate, or BMR in short. BMR is basically the amount of calories that our body needs in order to survive. So if we lay in bed all day, our body still requires energy to be alive, and that's the base amount that we are calculating. There are a couple of formulas out there, but today we are going to be using the Harris-Benedict equation. Here you can see BMR is calculated by your body weight in kilograms times 10, and you add that to your height in centimeters times 6.25. Then you subtract your age in years, which you need to times 5, and finally adding 5, and you will arrive at your BMR. Next up, we need to calculate your total daily energy and expenditure, or TDEE in short. So this is the total amount of calories you burn in a 24-hour period, and this will include the amount of physical activity that you do. So this part here is simple. So if you are sedentary, which means you do little to no exercise, you take your BMR, which you have calculated earlier, and multiply it by 1.2. If you exercise 1 to 3 times a week, you multiply your BMR by 1.375. And if you are someone who exercises 3 to 5 times a week, then you multiply your BMR by 1.55. So once you get your TDEE, we will need to subtract 500 calories to start creating a calorie deficit. We use 500 calories so that in a week itself, it adds up to about a pound. So the number that you will be getting in the end will be your daily calorie intake, or DCI in short. So from this point onwards, I'll use myself as an example to give you a clearer picture. I'm a 38-year-old male weighing 77 kg with a height of 167 centimeters, and I work out 1 to 3 times a week. So my calculated TDEE is 2239 calories. And in order for me to lean out, I will need to subtract 500 calories from my TDEE, which gives me 1739 calories. So this part, we are going to be breaking down the macronutrients. So basically the amount of fats, carbs and protein that's required in our diet. So in terms of calculation, this part is a bit more tedious, so hang in there. As a general rule of thumb, we will need to consume 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight in order for us to lean out. So again, myself as an example, I'm 77 kg, so I will take 77 multiplied by 2, which gives me 154 grams of protein. Next, we will calculate the amount of fats. So fats should make up 30% of your diet because they're essential for many bodily functions like hormone production and vitamin absorption, just to name a few. In fact, my current intake of fat is about 40% of my daily caloric intake because I do feel better in general, but that's just for me. You can tweak this amount to see how it fits you individually, but for now, let's just keep it at 30%. So that means that we will take 0.3 and multiply my daily calorie intake, DCI, which is 1739 calories, which then gives me 521.7 calories. So to calculate the amount of fats, we simply use 521 divided by 9, and we get 57.9. So we round it up and it will be like 58 grams of fats. Lastly, let's calculate carbohydrates. Let's use our daily caloric intake to subtract both the amount of calories for protein and fats to get the calorie intake for carbs. We will subtract 684 calories for protein, 521 calories for fats from our daily caloric intake, which gives us 602 calories of carbs. So from here, we work backwards to get how much carbs we need. We know that 1 gram of carb yields 4 calories. So we will take 602 calories and divide it by 4 to get 151 grams of carb. So now we have gotten the numbers. Let's go ahead and plug it in our calorie tracker. So this is a free app that you can download on both iOS and Android. If you don't live under a rock, then you should have heard of MyFitnessPal. So if you haven't already downloaded this app, go ahead and do it now and sign up for a free account. So this is the last step. I'll show you how you can key in your macronutrient goals and start tracking away. So once you are in MyFitnessPal app, it should look like this picture. Then go ahead and click on these 3 dots, tap on goals, scroll down, and under nutrition goals, click on calories, carbs, protein and fat goals. Once you're there, we will need to key in our daily calorie intake. So for me, it is 1739, which we calculated just now. Then the macro breakdown, we will need to select the one nearest to what we have calculated. Now this is the free version. Unless you got the premium version, which I think you don't, then you can key in like the accurate amount that you calculated. But if not, I think the free version is sufficient. Well, so this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at penultimateperformance@gmail.com. All the best to your fitness journey. Now, taking charge to what you put in your mouth is paramount to your success.